All right. It's been a while since I did anything like this. And you'll only see me if either I completely flame out and never get dealt anything, or if I actually do kind of decently. Also, if I look a little aloof, if I'm looking at the TV over there, it's because I'm watching the Senior Open Championship from Sunningdale, one of 3 professional golf tournaments taking place in Great Britain this week. Yeah, I love golf. Also looking forward to football, American football, that is. All right, here we go. Just gotta, yeah, here we go. So this is the Battle of Malta. This is the last tournament. Oh, I've played with 2 of these guys before. This is the last tournament of the series that I will be enrolling in. The first 4 all basically went the same way, which is I got dealt absolutely nothing the entire time, and I just survived for like 2.5 hours getting dealt nothing. And it was just a miserable experience, and like half of me was waiting for a double up, and the other half of me was just waiting to get knocked out. But then I actually saved my best performance of the series. The good news is I saved it for the big one, which was $16.50 with a $40,000 guaranteed prize pool, and we actually got over that. There was a field of 3,138. Making a prize pool of $47,070. It's the biggest tournament I've ever entered so far for real money. And I did reasonably well. I got 2 knockouts. It was a progressive knockout, as a PKO. So I got half of my money back that way. And the robots actually gave me a fair shot for once. I got cards that I could use and I could do well in. It was a pretty fun tournament. I started off really, really well, and then I dipped pretty far down, but then I actually played well enough to recover back to respectability, which is very rare for me in a ACR tournament. Usually when I start, going down in the dumps, that's where I stay. But this time I actually managed to make a bit of a comeback, and then we got past the late reg. The blinds go up every 7 minutes, and I just found myself with a straight flush draw with the blinds, going up so fast. I figured I had to go for it. I went for it. I didn't get it. And yeah, that was it. I came 849th out of that 3,138, which is no money. Yeah. Let's see. All right, so this one we have 15-minute levels, 12 15-minute levels, and then the late reg ends and it becomes 7-minute levels. You are going to see a fair amount of either vulgar or political names on that leaderboard, I'm sure. I apologize in advance. Now, what I would like to do, now that the introductions are out of the way, is if I determine that this is worthy of sharing on YouTube, maybe I can actually edit some of these, make it a little more digestible. Wait, so what did I note on these people? Capable of setting up a good trap, proceed with caution, and seems to drive fast with big hands post fall. Okay. These early stages of a PKO are not the time to fool around with bad hands. Everybody's got chips. Everybody starts with 100 big blinds, and they're going to be willing to prospect with you. In my experience, it's best to wait until a little bit later to start running some bluffs. King 7 is almost playable, but not quite. Of course, my experience is a lot of losing, so... I'm not a good tournament player. I've proven to be a very solid cash game player, especially Omaha cash game player. I'm on a really nice streak of good sessions there. But I don't feel like recording them for YouTube because I'm kind of a wimp and I don't like to be at the table for all that long. You can kind of call me a hit and runner if you want. I don't like to, you know, be a pure hit and run where all I do is just play like 8 hands. I win, you know, $20 and then just peace out. I like to at least stay there for, you know, 30 or 40 hands. And once I'm satisfied, you know, I'll kind of chill, fold a couple of hands and then leave. Fill My Void from Russia, Big Velo Russia, Mersey EV Uzbekistan, 2 Pudge ZBS Russia, Flyweight Poland, Grits 84 Moldova. So I'm the only North American, or even either America. There's not even a South American here. We got me being the lone American, and then there's 5 Europeans and 1 Asian. Uzbekistan. Godku. There we go. United States. I really love the fact that I can play with so many people from so many corners of the world at the same time. There's just nothing like poker in terms of like what a global game it is. Fight suit is not so bad. If I'm gonna play it, I probably am supposed to re-raise, but it just doesn't seem like the thing to do right now. I still don't have a, you know, a great sense of. Yeah, that's what I was worried about. Can't call 10-5. It's a good squeeze. Yeah, the flop one isn't great. I would have had a gut shot. But yeah, this is the first time that I've recorded one of these ACR events where they've installed the rabbit feature. If you're so inclined, you can see the would-be flop. And if you make it to the flop, you'll see the would-be turn in river. A min 3 bet, huh? I do not like the smell of that. I mean, I had nothing, so it doesn't matter, but Pandemon is from Brazil. Okay. So we've got 4 continents at the table now. I mean, like, Russia's not really Europe or Asia. Russia's just Russia. It's so huge. In terms of climate, I wouldn't mind being in Russia right about now. It's been a little hot and humid the last few days. But it's bearable. Especially for, you know, jerks like me who spend most of their time indoors. But that wasn't the case this week. Thursday we went to the county fair and it was actually hotter than it is today. Can't remember what the actual number was, but I think the heat index was like 40 or 41 degrees Celsius. Yes, I'm American, but I use Celsius because I want to be able to talk to the other 95% of the world. That, and I have a geology degree. When you get degrees in sciences, you learn to use the good units. Because imperial units, for the most part, do a decent job of, like, describing things from a human perspective, but you can't science with them. You have to use meters and Celsius and liters. Kilopascals for pressure. You know, you can't really science with other units. the formulas that are all made are calibrated for metrics. You would have to just add a conversion factor to them if you're using, you know, foots or gallons, and like, who wants that? Well, I've played one hand so far, and played is I mean, I called a raids and then folded to a 3-bet. So what I'm getting at is, if I'm playing an $11 tournament, this game hates me. If I'm playing $16.50, they're gonna give me a fair shot. Because all the other tournaments that I played so far are $11. The one time I was brave and entered a $16.50 tournament, I actually was given a fair chance. Although I will say my folded card actually hit the board, which is rare for me. It wouldn't have hit very hard though. But like, most of the time, even my folded cards are complete garbage. I have been dealt Queen 6 more than any other hand in online poker. This goes back to replay poker for fake money. Like, this is my hand. This is just the hand that all the robots default to. It's Queen 6 of diamonds. I'm in the big blind. I'll make the call here. Never mind, I will not. This is why I like Omaha. You get 4 cards. Or more practically, 6 combinations of 2 cards. You won't be folding 20 hands in a row in Omaha, I guarantee you. You're gonna get hands with potential. Wow. 2 points is definitely at least at a 9 there, based on my previous history. Although you wouldn't think that with that much pre-flop action. Maybe it was just a war of 2 big pocket pairs. And maybe Mersey only had ace-king. Anyway, I have a terrible hand again. At some point, I need to get active with a bad hand. Problem is, I don't really know who to target right now. I could try this. I haven't played a single hand yet, so hopefully they've noticed. Really? I guess I'm just unlucky that I ran into this guy, because Flyweight folded. I got the desired effect out of that. It's just that it just so happens that Goadku has a really strong hand, and I should follow up in this, but that board is all over his range. I think he wants me to bet. I'm not falling for it. Well, he didn't have a great hand, but I don't think he would have folded. Maybe if I had gone for it on the turn, he would have folded. I was definitely right about that flop being, you know, all around his range. Unfortunately, now I have showed down 8 deuce, so everybody knows I'm willing to 3-bet with complete garbage. That's not complete garbage. You know, the idea is now that I have a better hand, I'll just call after 3-betting with 8 deuce offsuit. Yeah, that's about the flop I expected. Oh, the turn actually hit me a little bit. I would say 8-9 has me drawing dead, but I would have expected someone to bet 8-9. Let's go 4,300. Little under half pot. Okay, I'll take it. It's my first win. Yeah, I wouldn't have been fond of that river card, so... Yeah, I'm a big believer in protecting your hand. Keeping my friends on Discord updated that, hey, I won a hand. It took me 16 minutes. Fill My Void certainly enjoys a 3-bet here and there. I don't know what he's 3-betting with. It's another big blind hand, but I'm under the gun. It's just another one of those tournaments. I don't know why, I'm just not allowed to do well at $11 tournaments. I've actually done well with 6-4 in the past. I'm also just desperate to play hands because I don't get dealt anything in these. Please raise so I don't have to do this. And make it quick. Wow, dude. Wow. Wow, that flop is so good for this hand. Here, you get an extra 1,200 from me. Hope you enjoy that donation. Garbage. Garbage. I got my King 10. That's apparently the best hand I'm ever gonna get. I know it's way too early in the tournament to be complaining about this, but I have been treated this way in 4 consecutive $11 tournaments. The first one, actually, I should say, there were 2 huge coolers early on that went my way, and then everything went to poop. I can only hope that I go 2.5 hours so I can at least demonstrate to you that I wasn't lying about those other ones. That, yeah, I've got dealt absolutely nothing, but at least I was able to claw my way for a couple hours without getting eliminated. Oh, look, I got 8 deuce offsuit on the button. Again, I'm not going to 3-bet this time. They all know I can, so... Well, I wouldn't be 3-betting anyway, I'd be 4-betting. You'll never catch me 4-betting light. Like, worst hand I will ever 4-bet with is, like, ace-queen suited. I'm an Omaha player. I like seeing flops. And this is the thing about Hold'em. Like, you get 2 cards. There's not a whole lot of options. Like, there's less options for what constitutes a playable hand, and then, you know, you only have 2 cards. How is that flop going to hit you? Chances are it won't. You have 4 cards. The flop has to work really hard to miss you. But, you know, 10-5 of diamonds. It's like, how many good flops are there for 10-5 of diamonds? Not a lot, right? But if it's like 10-5 of diamonds and then like 9-8 of clubs, you know, then you got some outs. You got some potential. See, I'd have top 2 pair in that situation. That's the second best hand I've been dealt the entire tournament so far. May as well raise. Have a little fun with it. You'll never catch me min raising. Well, that flop's complete garbage. Again. Might as well pretend that it isn't, though. Oh, hey, a couple of twos. Woo! Early position. I don't think so. Hello, flyweight. I'm sure a lot of these guys multi-table, and it's tough to. I gotta remember that that's a thing. If I already had a few chips, you know, if I had like 120k already, I might mess around with a couple of twos early position. But it's not my style to play small pocket pairs unless I really have to. Because my feeling about pocket twos is literally the best you could hope for is your 50-50 against any other hand. If they're not a pair, okay, you're 50-50. If they are a pair, you're way behind. There's no hand that you have a clear advantage against if you play pocket twos. I mean, I guess except ace two. This sucks. See you in 5 minutes. Just kidding, I'm back already. Maybe if I do this, my luck will change. And before you tell me this is cringe, I'm in the demographic that this is supposed to actually help. I have Asperger's syndrome. Wow, and there's my best hand so far. Can't wait to get 3-bet again and then fold. I want to stress this is not a live stream. People can't hear me. I'm just recording it offline. Well, online, obviously, because it's online poker, but you know what I mean. I mean, that's not a very big 3-bet, so I will go ahead and call. But, yeah. A gut shot's not worth 10k. Especially when there's 2 clubs on there and I don't have a club. I was right. Second there. You know what else might help? It's a new barbecue brisket Whopper from Burger King. I gotta tell you, this is delicious. It's not like the How to Train Your Dragon thing where it's just a palette swap of a regular Whopper. That really is an upgrade over the regular Whopper. I'm a big fan of Arby's smokehouse brisket sandwich, but I think this actually beats it. Oh shoot, pocket queens. I mean, I've been a turnstile, a stepping stone this entire time. I'm hoping people get a little antsy. I could just 4-bet. There we go. Cold 4-bet to 23,000. The guy who hasn't done anything. And yes, I'm calling a shove. I know I'm supposed to think about it and assume he's got aces or kings. But it's online poker, you never know. And this is the closest thing I've had to Okay, it's ace king. This is so much the biggest hand I've had so far. Wow, I did it. I doubled up. Okay. Cooler goes my way. Okay, why am I getting queens again? I'm gonna go ahead and mix up my play. I'm just gonna call this time. Unless Grit's 3 bets. I don't want to get too predictable. Of course the flop's gonna have like an ace or a king. Oh no, that's a really good flop for me. I should be able to get an extra bet out of Panama. There we go. And this might be a little bit of a fishy move, because he's going to be like, wait, what could you possibly have on that board? I'm in position. I don't like that king, obviously. But if I bet here, hopefully it buys me a check on the river. Or I'll just fold. There we go. Okay, I can just check back and... Yes! I just suddenly get pocket queens twice in 3 hands, and suddenly I have a stack now. It happens. And that's why I preach, you know, being patient early in tournaments. Ordinarily, I wouldn't go too nuts with ace-8 offsuit, but I got chips. I don't have that kind of chips. Show my ace, let them know I'm playing quality cards. So that I can not play quality cards later, maybe. My stack is 175, 175. Oh. That's somewhat unfortunate. There were a couple of short stacks at that table. Remember, it's a PKO. Alright, special P from the United States. The Spoke, United States. Vush 3, Poland. Chuha, Belarus. Night Boy, Russia. German Coco, United States. Oh, and Dutch HC 420M, United Kingdom. There's my Queen 6 again. But it's too early of a position to be raising. Especially when I've just now joined this table. I need to get a sense of how these guys play first. Wow. Went from 2,800 to 84,000. Oh boy. Dealing with a real genius here, apparently. I don't care what he has. That's a ridiculous shove. German Coco, I think you ought to fold. Yeah, the defense rests. Good job, Chuha. Okay, Freddie Vaughn, United States. I just get very dissatisfied when I see, you know, oddball numbered bets. I mean, they're not saying that every number has to be, you know, 1 digit followed by a bunch of zeros, but lose the 8,554 bets. Like 8,550 is acceptable, but don't tack on the 4. Joe's playing a lot of hands, I see. Yeah, I'm glad that the notes feature exists. Thankfully for me, he's not on my direct left or anything. I have a decent sample of hands where I'll know whether or not he's involved. There's a hand. I believe that's an exact click back. And that's an all-in. Street. Yeah, overplayed ace-king just a smidge there, bud. Ace-king, I mean, that was obviously an excellent flop for ace-king. But I think once you get raised, you gotta drive a little more carefully. Our new player is from Brazil. I'm not going to say their name out loud. Okay. I've folded enough hands in a row. Saw that coming. Right now, I don't want to mess with this guy. If I were suited, maybe I'd play, but... Okay, good. Yeah. Sometimes I can't help myself, and I gotta see what would have happened. Oh, hey, I got a dealt a better hand here. Not by much, but... Another early position raise. Probably shouldn't go too nuts here. And again, by somebody who's got me covered. And I'll be out of position. So don't bloat this pot. That's not bad. In fact, I think I'm going to donk bet it. I call it a donk bet, but I find it can be pretty effective sometimes. That's not really a good card for me. I'll shut it down. That's a good board for under the gun open as well, so yeah, he might have a queen. Like, based on how long he took to call the flop bet. I feel like my bet kind of threw him for a bit of a loop, but he liked his hand enough that he would, you know, want to see another card. If that's the case, it's most likely that he had a queen. I think this is the first time we've heard from Special P the entire time since we got here. I was really thinking it. Oh, wow, yeah. Alright, note to self. I had my two nice hands. Now it's back to complete garbage. That's how every single one of these tournaments has gone for me. Well, all the $11 ones. By the way, if anybody's wondering why I didn't just record the $16.50 one, since it was such a big deal for me, very simple. I was quite engrossed in the Open Championship as well. At least I would have been if it wasn't for the fact that Scotty Scheffler just dominated the whole final round. Whoa, aces, or 10's full. Here's my queen 6 again. Okay. Nope. Not messing around with you, huh? I see 17th place BT Smooth, as in BTS, smooth like butter. I assume that's what that's a reference to. I like it. Oh, Chuha is sitting out, huh? Dang it. I can tell they're a good player. There just aren't that many complete donkeys in poker these days. Like, in terms of tournament players, I might be below average. I can't say I'm below average overall, because if I were below average overall, then I wouldn't be winning in cash game sessions. Because that's the thing, like, in order to be a winning tournament player, you need to be top 10%. Because, well, top 12% is usually where they start paying out money, but, you know, top 10% would be, you know, consistently good enough to do that. To be a winning cash game player, you just have to be above average. Because, like, you choose how much you put in, you choose how long you play, and, you know, whether or not you win is based on, okay, are you better or worse than your opponents that day? Or just, you know, if you happen to run really good. But if you prove that you can win, you can have winning sessions, you know, several times in a row, then obviously it's not just luck. Wait, what am I doing raising Chuha's big blind? That was a terrible move. I forgot whose big blind it was. I should have just folded. Freddie Vaughn's pretty good too. No, you got me again. I'm raising light a lot. I don't think I have a very good table image right now. Oh, there we go. Won't be folding this one to a 3-bet. Hello? Although that actually has happened to me before. Where I, like, press the sit out button, and I go away, and I don't, and the sit out doesn't actually activate until you folded a hand. So it just plays out your entire clock. Are you kidding me with this? I'm gonna call just because I don't want to back down every time against this guy. Let's see if we keep going. Oh my god. Okay, this sucks again. That was a bad decision on my part, and I am done donating to you. I just realized I don't think I've won a single hand at this table yet. The two big ones that I won were at my previous table. $3X. That's a board in my raising range, I'd say. What the hell is happening here? They just all know that I never have it. Are they? Oh, are they? Do they have access to the robots' programming? Like, do they understand that the robots are refusing to feed me anything good? Guys, this is just what it's like when I play $11 poker tournaments. When was the last number 12 pot? Yeah, sure enough. You got to go all the way back to before I was at this table. I'm all the way at the very top there. Not good enough from early position. When I haven't won a single hand and everybody's raising me. This whole table is totally in on what's going on here. This is a battle to just not fall asleep. Chuha is still third. Cool. It's a little bit easier since I'm recording myself. You know, I know that I have that I have a standard to maintain here. I mean, I can't. What am I going to do? Like, I get raised every time. They all know I never have it. So what am I going to do other than just wait for good cards? The robots are making it clear. Number 12. You're going to miss all your outs. If you even have outs to begin with. I feel like I'm supposed to call. Quick raise under the gun, though. It's more than a min raise. I don't need to do this. Oh. Must be a Bengals fan. Burrow 2023. United States, I figured. Welcome, sir. Of course I would have actually hit that flop. The robots are gaslighting me. Into what? I don't know. But yeah, I know. The robots are gaslighting me into losing. I can only assume that Burrow 2023 is a relatively recent addition to the ACR family. I mean, I am too, and you know, in the grand scheme of things. Nice hand. And I see those aces. Yeah, I would have gotten into some trouble there. See, I'm right to fold. And hopefully my esophagus cooperates as I eat the rest of this burger. This guy is super tight. I'm on the button, I got a suited king. My misery will never end. That's such a small 3-bet. That's such a small 3-bet. He's gotta have aces or kings. And now he goes for the full pot. Maybe he'll let ace king, I don't know. What do I need to say? Do I need to spin this again? You know, funny enough, I was actually about to demonstrate how much that thing sucked. Because, like, for whatever reason, the first few times I tried spinning it, it was, like, really rigid. It would only move if my finger would push it along. And I know that's not how those things are supposed to work. And I thought, like, oh my god, like, how do you screw up something as simple as a fidget spinner? But somehow, it started to limber up a little bit, and it actually spins now. I mean, even if it did just completely suck and not work, it's only $3, so it's not a big deal. It's $3 at the county fair. You know, there's a lot of things you can get Not a lot of things you can get at a county fair for $3. Oh my god! What is going on with a fidget spinner? First time I spin it, I get a king jack, which eventually I have to fold, so that wasn't good. But now I have aces. And there's a raise from a tight player. I'll make my own smallish 3-bet. Not as small as Burrow's 3-bet. I just celebrated getting aces. I'm probably gonna... Oh my god, I'm gonna lose this hand. I'm gonna lose this hand. I'm gonna lose this hand. Oh my god! The short stack's got the heart. Yes! Double kill! Let's go! Let's go, fidget spinner! It just randomly happens. Like, I do nothing, and then just suddenly giant cooler. You know, my poker videos tend to do pretty well, even though it's not my main thing. I hope this doesn't suddenly lead to, if this video leads to a resurgence in the popularity of fidget spinners, I apologize in advance. I'm not trying to advocate for them. As I said, I have Asperger's, so I'm in the group of people that's supposed to help. Well, now I have to put this on YouTube. I have to now. For the memes alone. This isn't even necessarily about poker strategy anymore. I'm going to consider that my one time. I'm not actually going to watch the final round of the 3am Open. I'm going to record it because tomorrow is my mother's birthday. And she's fresh off of vacation and honeymoon, so yeah. Great time in her life. Yeah, here we go. This is just so weird. Like, this feels like anti-poker. The robots deal me nothing but crap for like 90% of the tournament, and then all of a sudden I just get these giant coolers to go my way. They're all pre-flop. Like, how many hands have I played well and in this tournament so far? At least one. Like, the second time I got pocket queens, I feel like I played that hand really well. You know, where I check raised the flop and then bet the turn to make sure that he didn't bet the river. And it turned out he had exactly the hand I wanted him to have. I played that hand well. Other than that, I don't know. I don't know if I've played any of my hands well so far. It's just like, either I have nothing and they keep raising me, or I have it and they're all too eager to get it in. All right, let's see how I do in this next hour. Like, this really doesn't feel like a poker tournament. Like, I haven't earned this stack. I really haven't. Like, at least that 1650 tournament, I felt like I earned every pot that I got there. Well, almost every pot that I got there. Because I was getting, you know, a fair assortment of cards. This one I'm getting either all or nothing. Uh-oh, DGen Mel's in big trouble here. Or maybe Freddie Vaughn's in big trouble here. That's such a strong bet. You have less than a pot size bet, and you still only bet a third of your chips. That's so strong. By the way, looking at T14 Goose 1N, friendly reminder to department stores all across America: it's not Halloween yet. Shut up. Okay, I'm good now. There's that Queen 6 again. Is it time to screw around? No, Chuha's in the blinds. I still have a healthy amount of fear and respect for him. Or her, you never know. I mean, unless there's a clear feminine name or feminine avatar, I'll just assume male. It's pretty safe. Like in poker, 95% of almost every field is male. I don't know why. I wish that wasn't the case. Because, like, this is one of the few avenues in the entire world that women don't have to worry about getting paid less than men for doing the same amount of work. It's completely, you know, there's complete equity across both genders in this game. I mean, I know that if I want to, you know, play like a genuine professional, I need to play some of these ragtag hands. But it really does feel like the only way I win money is just fold, 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 and then all of a sudden I have something. That being said, getting 6-1, 3-4 has a little bit of potential, which, of course, it flops spectacularly. That was not the right word. That is a flop. It failed spectacularly. Now, if I had, like, King 7 offsuit, then I could say it flopped spectacularly. KNT Myth from Brazil. I'm aware that players from Brazil have a reputation for generally liking to tank. I have seen plenty of exceptions to that, though. Because, I mean, Brazil's a huge place, and there's a lot of poker players there. Bro, what the... that's... I mean, okay, you're free to do that, but... To be fair, I have absolutely no idea what Myth could have possibly had there. If it folds around to me, I think I'm going to 3-bet here. Okay, it didn't fold. And I don't want to 3-bet Chuha. Oh, alright. I'll just get out of here then. I would have liked to play that, but not for 20,000. Well, that is at least living proof that 3-betting Chuha can get him to fold. Alright, you just raise folded. So if I 3-bet here, maybe we'll see a repeat of that. Of course not. Not when I'm doing it. Alright, alright. I believe you. I believe you have something. Oh, I got a king. I'm actually thinking about this one. I know a 5 wins, but I 3-bet. Unless you have 2 5s, I don't think you've got any of that. That was just such a snap shove, too. It's weird. I feel like you've got, like, pocket jacks. Or 10s or something like that. This is probably a really bad call. You got the straight. You got the straight. I didn't expect her to call a 3-bet with a 5. There was just something about that hand that it just screamed bluff. Or turning the hand into a bluff. But obviously my read was wrong. Pocket 3s. Please go faster. Of course, T14 Goose 1 is also from Brazil. You're not helping the stereotype, guys. Wow. Yay! Yay! I will happily take just anything at this point. This is a decent hand, but under the gun 2.5x breathe. No. Besides, I already played the last 2 hands. I want to balance my range. Of course. Of course. You can call them chip leaders. I have to know. Okay, yeah, the robots are just doing that to me right now. I will say, it's nice that ACR has that feature, so that at least they're being open-faced about how both the robots are. And I'm not trying to suggest that ACR is full of... It's just robots in general. This is a half-decent hand to call a small raise with. Of course, I gotta be careful of DGen Mel now. I remember folding 9-5 of clubs and having almost that exact same flop happen, and the turn I remember were garbage too. It's always clubs. Okay, I have a pair, and I'm gonna go ahead and donk bet it. I really gotta be careful of her. I think she's all over me right now. Oh, this is mostly a blocker bet. Hope she doesn't see right through it. She probably will. Okay, just a call? Maybe I'm good here. I am good. Okay, there we go. Back into it. How many hands have I won in this now hour and 41 that I've been recording? I think I've won maybe 10 hands. Oh, hey, new table. Freddie Vaughn's with me here. Xenia163 from Russia. Huh. Okay, I just gave like the most random walk ever. In Me, God Trust, Russia. Teaser, also Russia. KNT Myth is here from Brazil. BTTJ is also here from the previous table, USA. And Nah Gem, USA. As long as Ania doesn't move all in, which she very well might. Yep. Alright, I won't make a meal out of it, I'll just fold. I would have raised with it, but I don't want to call a raise with it. There's a huge difference. So I suppose I could have 3-bet with it and just see what would have happened. But that's usually not my style. That's good. I didn't want Xenia to move all in, but if she did, I probably would have begrudgingly made the call. Don't want that either, but again, I'll begrudgingly make the call. I keep getting flops like this, where like it's almost enough to keep going, but it's not. Oh, not for half pot. I think it's the same guy. I had almost the exact same flop with the exact same hand. I'm not going to chase a gut shot for that much. All right, I wouldn't have made it. So far, this strategy is working. If you could call it a strategy. Just fold, 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 fold. Look like you suck. Look like you're a total doormat, and then all of a sudden get a giant hand. If you want to actually, you know, be a professional poker player, this is not how you want to play. Like, don't do what I'm doing. There are other ways to play poker, and there are probably better ways to play poker. I've basically lost any chance I have to bluff already, because again, this is a new table. I've played a couple of hands, and I've been a total doormat. I folded at pretty much every conceivable juncture because I never hit anything. Flush. Tried to induce a bluff there, it didn't happen. Well, suited ace is not bad. Oh, hey. This is really complicated against 3 other people, though. I'm gonna bet kind of a chunky bet here. If Xenia wants to shove, then okay, we'll do it. If not, then hopefully at the very least this thins the herd. It really didn't. That's not what I was looking for. Let's check. I don't like it. Just check. I don't have a kicker. Okay. Oh, I see. She wanted to try and make a move on a busted flush draw. Man, flush draws are not being very kind to KNT Myth. Nah. I'm not even gonna bother with this one. KNT Myth deserves a pot. That's not collusion, okay? I didn't have anything. If I folded trips there just because I wanted KNT Myth to win a hand, then that would be collusion. That's an okay hand. Well, if he doesn't have a king, I should be able to take this one down. Man. Am I just running into good hands, or do they just know I never have it? I had the 10 of clubs. Not that I regret folding 10-3 offsuit under the gun. I mean, come on. Just because you would have ended up with a straight doesn't mean that you're wrong for folding 10-3 offsuit. Suited queen's better than nothing. Actually, it is nothing. Although, I wonder... I haven't tried that yet. Alright, fine. I will never bluff again. I am just never going to even attempt bluffing again. At least not in this tournament, because clearly it's not going to work. Ever. I mean, it is blind v blind. I may as well at least raise with my suited garbage. Well, I got a piece. Alright, fine. One more time. It's a scary board. Hopefully I can just get him to fold. Yes! Okay! That qualifies as a bluff. I'll take it. Am I actually getting kind of good at blind versus blind? I might be. I don't know. Generally, I would say that that's the weakest part of my game. I just never really know what to do. But I'm glad I listened to my gut that time, at least. Alright, now I'm never going to bluff again in the history of forever. In this tournament. Of course I'm going to run some bluffs later. But it is obvious that every one of my bluffs is going to end in disaster. Clearly, no one here respects me at all. And they're correct, because I've never had it. I have to remember that I have a reputation now as a total doormat. So if I actually have a hand and they push back, I gotta be willing to go with it. I do at least have a shot. That's a good hand. But that's entirely due to luck. Alright, I've learned if I completely airball this flop, I'm not even gonna try bluffing. I'm playing it straight, at least at this table. I hit that, okay. Of course. Of course, the one time I actually lead out and I have something, they fold. I mean, it makes sense, right? If you have something, it's less likely your opponent does. Don't know if I want to screw around with this guy under the gun. Suited king is alright, but... Oh, gosh. Couple twos. Alright, let's go mining. Let's not go mining. Oh, I don't need to. Yep, that's not the flop I would have wanted. So thank you, BTTJ, for saving me a few thousand. Oh, yikes. Oh, Special P. I remember this guy. I may have called the Queen Eight of Spades, except Xenia's in the big blind, and if she wants to move all in, I don't want to call off that much with Queen Eight. Well, that flop was terrible. Wow. I guess he just ran out of patience. I can't really explain the call there. Obviously, she thought that T-Seer had like King Queen or King Jack. But I don't know why you wouldn't just wait for a better spot. Every friggin' time. I got a hand this time. And that flop sucks! Yeah, whatever. There you go, here's my pocket sevens, so you know I'm not splashing around that much pre-flop. I would have missed. I'm trying to buy back at least a little bit of reputation that I'm not screwing around so much. Wolf Messing from Kazakhstan. Welcome. Love playing with people from exotic countries. If I make it another hour, I think I'm just gonna have that be one video, and then the rest of it be a separate video. Although again, I plan on editing and cutting a few hands that you don't need to see. So if I'm gonna edit that much, then maybe I'll edit the second video together. I mean, here's another hand I'm not going to play. And I can't even say that I'm playing well in order to survive this onslaught of garbage, because it's not even that. I'm just lucky that in between the garbage I got super duper coolers. In a logical world, that wouldn't be sustainable at all. But oh boy. Oh boy. But in the world of robot poker, maybe it is sustainable. We're about to find out. Oh, king. Go for a check raise. Oh, he called, huh? Why would you call that? Why? Why? I don't get it. What would you call the raise with? What do you have? He has spades. All right, good. And that's a break. Cool. That just really confused me. But hey, I won a hand post flop. A good one. It's raining. Oh, re-raise.exe is our chip leader. That's cool. This is, even though I've gotten $5 back from knockouts, and you know I've lasted at least a pretty long while. This has still been a unique type of frustrating, because I have no idea what I'm doing right or wrong. The big hands that I've had so far have all been just complete luck. And then almost all of my bluffs are getting called or raised. So I feel like I'm only here in spite of of my play, in spite of the fates. I don't know why I'm still here. Like, I want to believe that I deserve to still be in this tournament, but I can't really say that with any conviction. At least that last hand I earned. It's coming down pretty hard. Green. Suited king is okay. Although the big blind is... Well, he hasn't been super active. He's got a lot of chips, but it's not like he's been splashing around every single hand. I'm still going to do my best to actually listen to my own advice and not do anything silly if I miss the flop. Okay, I'll take it. Activity level, in my opinion, is more important than chip count. Like, if you get the sense that they're the kind who, like, once they get a lot of chips, they're cool with just chilling out and preserving that big stack, then you can raise their blind. Yeah, the rare times it rained back in San Diego, it would take quite a long time to drain because the city's just not built for rain. But here, you know, it can rain pretty heavily for, you know, some minutes, and then the sun shows up, and in 20 minutes, the ground's totally dry. Whoa, we got holes at the table. Wait, am I technically the big stack at this table now? What the heck? That's kind of sad. I shouldn't be the big stack at this table. I hate pocket nines. AK Jordan 16 from the United States, welcome. I hate pocket nines, but I know that I'm supposed to raise with them here. WoW 78 from American Samoa. I guess that's what the WoW is for. That's your reaction to seeing a player from American Samoa. Okay, now I have an excuse to fold this. That's a lot of chips, and I hate pocket nines. I am not playing this. When they tank that long and then still 3-bet, like, I don't know. Yeah, that would have been just the kind of flop to get me into maximum trouble, too. Like the rare instance where there's no overcards. Which means that you're either losing to an overpair or they've got ace-king and you gotta just grit your teeth and bear it. You can have a walk. It's kind of a weak play on my part, but... They've been just so used to folding that I just feel like deferring to that option at this point. Well, King 10's nice. It's coming down even harder now. There's my friggin' gut shot every friggin' time. That's a fast check. Yeah, I was glad I didn't get raised that time. Slow check. That's interesting. I have showdown value. You wanted me to go again. Nope, not this time. Oh, there we go. Ace queen. This might be a mistake. Oh, good lord. I mean, this is what's worked for me up to this point. I feel like I kind of have to. Even though I know I've got to be way behind. Oh god, I'm so dead. I need a queen to chop it. Yeah. Oh, I actually got a piece of that back. That's good. Queen Jack's okay. Not falling for it again. I'm just gonna give you the pot. I really don't have the stack to try anything silly. Uh-oh, lightning. Queen High could be good here for all I know. Okay, yeah. I don't think I was getting rid of that. Fold. Alright, lightning is extremely distracting. I need to close my blinds. KNT Myth has played a lot of large pots, hasn't she? Just kind of snuck up on me. I'm like barely watching, and then all of a sudden she's going all in on the river. She's making it work. I'd like to know her secret. And not off suit. Not with this stack. Just call. Call off 4,000 of 20,000. You've got 5 big blinds left. You know, if you want to play, but you realize you have 0 fold equity, then fold. Suited ace. Alright, I think we're far enough in the tournament now that folds are more common. Please just have King Jack and fold one time. Every freaking time I do something like that. Every time. I've had one bluff get through. One. This has been so frustrating. Like, what have I actually done? If this tournament were normal, I would have been knocked out probably an hour ago. What the havoc? Where did that raise come from? Okay. I can't say I necessarily blame Wolf messing. That's obviously a little bit of an overplay on his part, but that's such a massive overraise by AK Jordan. He must have had him on a draw. Alright. Peel off another 4,000 of my 85,000, I guess. And just hope that I finally actually hit something. Oh, I do. Let me go for the check shove. Oh my god. Oh, I got it. Yay! You made the good read. You made the good read on me, but I finally got lucky. That's an excellent read from KNT Myth. Of course, I had a million outs, but still. Lol. You guys better respect that extra shove. That's... Oh my god, you guys. King 5 made that call? Are you out of your mind? King 5! Really? I wouldn't have even called that first shove with King 5. Let alone the second shove. I mean, there are more reliable ways to get $5 out of a poker tournament. Danif from Uruguay, welcome. So we got Uruguay, American Samoa, Ukraine, Russia, Brazil, and the US, of course. I really do love poker. Even if it doesn't necessarily love me back. But who does poker love back? I mean, come on. Maybe Steven Chidwick. Oh, crap nuggets. That better not be a tornado warning. Because then I'm done. Okay, it's a severe thunderstorm warning. We can handle that. Another King 9 off? Okay. Thinking about it. Fold. Oh, hey, I found the Packers fan. He's number 16 on the leaderboard right now. Oh my. Our chip leader is in for 10 bullets? Why would anyone buy into the same tournament 10 times? Okay, you got 1407 in bounties. That's great, but you still need to make the final 9 in order to profit. Actually, heck no, final table. Like 8th place or better. Why would you buy into the same tournament 10 times? I just don't understand it. I have never rebought into a tournament in my life, and I don't ever plan on doing so. I mean, the option's there. I'm fine with the option being there, but I just don't see the appeal. Instead of starting the tournament with the same amount of chips as everybody else, you're starting with a below-average stack. Like, you're putting yourself behind the curve deliberately instead of just waiting for the next tournament. I never, like, the idea of rebuys just never really appealed to me. Objectively, you're better off waiting until the next tournament where you're starting with the same amount of chips as everybody else again. I'm comforted with the... Like, the idea of playing a tournament is comforting to me because all I'm going to lose is the buy-in. It's like, if I determine that I can afford to lose the buy-in, okay, I'll play. I don't even think about a rebuy. I kind of have to play for this price, don't I? I mean, it was feast or famine. Big pot. Oh, and KNT Myth is involved again. She's going to move all in here, right? Because she always moves all in on the river. Yep, she did it again. This time AK Jordan is not willing to go because he's the shorter stack in this case. Freddie Vaughn has been absent for a very long time now. Never ever get dealt anything, and then suddenly I do, and then I never ever get dealt anything, and then suddenly I do, and then never get dealt anything. This is a microcosm of how the entire Battle of Malta series has been. I'm glad I recorded it. Now you all know what I've been dealing with in this whole series. Oh look, and now SKM1220, who had 10 bullets, has punted off a good chunk of his stack. I mean, who couldn't see that coming? If you're in for 10 bullets, you're willing to punt it off. Obviously, he's still doing way better than me, but like, he had 900,000 and he just punted off over 300k. I wish I could punt off 300k. I can't, you know? I just punt off little chunks at a time to everybody at the table. And then I randomly get a giant hand and I'm back in it. I mean, if I get any more money out of this, it's not going to be because I play well. I mean, hopefully it is because I play well, but everything I've done so far is not out of good play. Ooh. Clever, clever. American Samoa. They can play. Well, AK Jordan does have a hand sometimes. I don't. I mean, what do you want me to say? You want me to try and be positive about this? There's nothing to be positive about. I can't get a bluff through to save my life. Vast majority of the time I have no hand. Somehow I'm here. I wish I could tell you why, other than just a couple of giant coolers. I mean, if you're gonna min raise, I may as well call a 7-8. But still a short stack early position. Like, I need a huge flop here. What a big surprise. I completely airballed it. I've airballed every flop. Like, even in the giant hands that I've won. You know, I had pocket queens pre-flop, I had pocket aces pre-flop. I didn't actually hit anything on those flops. It's just that nobody else hit anything for themselves either. So we do finally have somebody over $1 million at least. Where's that guy with 10 bullets? Oh, don't tell me. Don't tell me. See, look. What did I tell you? If he's in for 10 bullets, he's willing to punt off all his chips. If you're in for 10 bullets, you clearly have a problem and you shouldn't be playing poker right now. Like, you need to get some help, dude. You need help. I'm serious. You can't buy into the same tournament 10 times and then get a big stack and then blow it just as quickly. And just think to yourself, yeah, everything is fine. I want to take a bathroom break. I also want to, you know, get literally anything going. Ordinarily I would call this, but this is kind of a squirrely spot where the short stacks there are likely to shove. Oh, that flop was all over my hand. I should have played it. I actually have to sit this out now. I don't think I can hold it any longer. All right, I'll stop this recording. Hopefully, when I come back to at least a half decent hand, and I can double up. This second recorded video is not going to last very long. Oh hey, SKM1220 is back. Did I just miss him when I went on my little mini rant? That he needs to get some help? I still think he needs to get some help. Anytime you buy into the same tournament 10 times, you know, you're just hemorrhaging money. And I should know. I know how to hemorrhage money. You've been watching me do it this whole time. Oh. KNT Myth is gone. Lord KNG, close enough. Brazil, same country. I don't have any shove hands. And of course, the blinds go up every 7 minutes now. I'm gonna have a shoving stack in probably about 6 minutes. Certainly in 10 minutes. You know, 3 plus 7, you know, when the blinds get to 5, 10. I have shown nothing but bad poker strategy this entire tournament. That was already out the window, so I'm glad I've made it this far where the blinds are going that fast. It's a dodge a 9 or a 7. Okay. Yeah, very impressive comeback from In Me God Trust. Shows me for yapping about how he called off, you know, what, 4,000 out of 20,000. Now he's got 275,000. Apparently, she knows a lot better than me. Can I have a walk? Small blind walk. Let's go. Coffee to is not going to let me, though. He, like everybody else, is aware that I never have a hand. So he's going to raise, and he's going to make me fold. I'm going to let him take it down. That works, too. Lord KNG apparently hates having extra time to think. Another borderline hand. This is basically a shove stack for me. And it's not really. Oh, no, it is. For me, if I'm below 15 big blinds, I'm just thinking about all ins. Oh, I'm definitely not playing a Queen 10 offsuit now. I mean, it depends on the blind structure. If it's like a turbo event, then maybe I'll try and squeeze some post-flop play out of 15 bigs. I guess technically we are at the turbo phase of this. There's no true big stack at this table. In fact, every single player at this table is below chip average. I'm not even thinking about like the bubble or anything like that. All I'm thinking about is like, when am I finally going to have something I can conceivably move all in with and maybe double up? This is how every $11 event went for me this series. I'm dead serious. I can't overemphasize it enough how frustrating it is to play Robot Hold'em. Again, Omaha, you get 4 cards. You're not going to miss nearly as many flops. You see more flops, you hit more flops. Omaha is just a better game. What do you want me to say? What do you want me to say? Can we please move a little faster? We're not that close to the bubble yet. And none of my folded cards ever hit. That's definitely either Brazil or Portugal. Coelho, Savante. Yep, Brazil. Ooh, pocket sixes with the diamond. Ah! And another ah. Congratulations. I'm probably going to be your next victim. If I ever get dealt anything, I'm not moving all in with 7-3. That's all I get, though. Just no thought whatsoever, just insta-raise. I said the fidget spinner would be a one-time. I'm going to hold myself to that. I'm showing that I have some honor. Really? King 9? Okay, note to self. King Queen's good enough. Even if you don't hit. Queen Queen! Hello! I don't care that I celebrated early. I'm just celebrating the fact that I can finally go in and do something. Even if I bust out, I'll be happy. I'm just happy that this torture is over. Oh, spend a couple extra seconds, not that it'll matter. As I said, I have no full equity. I was hoping for a triple up. Well, Lord Kanji's got to play. He's tanking, so he's either got aces or he's got nothing. Okay, he's got nothing. Oh my god, I hit a queen. Okay. I got quads. All right, the torture continues. I just keep on managing to find a way to survive a little bit longer. Still not even thinking about the money yet. I need one more double up. Then I can start thinking about the money. This is the least sustainable poker strategy ever, and it's the only one that's worked. Nice double. Not quite, especially now that the blinds are up again. Yeah, WoW 78 is not the kind to just give you a walk. Well, you know, I would have completely airballed the flop again. It's all or nothing. Either I get quads or jack high. I still... Okay, thank you. You saved me 12,000. I would have actually been willing to shop around with Jack 7. Oh, no, you actually cost me 12,000. Or a lot more, actually. Another borderline hand, pocket threes. Am I really desperate enough to just take any pocket pair? I gotta see a flop. I gotta see a flop. Ordinarily, that's not a bad flop for threes. But in this situation... That's a good turn, actually. Problem is, I have no margin for error, and nobody ever gives me credit for a hand. One of these guys probably has an ace, and if that's the case, they're not folding, even if I go all in. I have to just give it to them. Okay, yeah, I wouldn't have hit my straight or my set. Alright, and we're right back to where we were. Shove or fold. This is like the least amount of fun you could possibly have in poker. You should never get dealt anything at all. There we go. Okay. Unless it gets 3-bet before it even gets to me, I'm going all in here. Oh no. Except now I've got no fold equity again against 2 people. I don't think King Queen off's beating 2 people. That might as well be a 3-bet. I hate this so much. But I gotta make the decision I think is right. And that would have been a nice flop. You know, pair of queens plus the king of hearts in my hand. I gotta see. Okay, would have just been the pair of queens, maybe. I mean, I lose to any ace. So that was probably the right decision. Why'd you make it 240,000 when you only had 32,000 left? Again, we're not that close to the bubble yet. I am a little worried about WoW 78 having a big sack now. If I would be, if it mattered at all. I'm not going to be able to play another post-flop hand the entire tournament. Y'all know that. Even if I do manage to double up again. That's all I'm really waiting for, King Jack. King Jack suit is nice. Well, didn't work out for him. Oh, hi, new table. Including a guy with 10 times my stack. Sergey Kolodub from Russia, if you couldn't tell by the name Sergey. Alright, starting with me, USA, then left to right, or then clockwise. Koral Velatov, Russia. Lichistoria, Chile. Dele, Brazil. Sergey, as I mentioned, is Russia. Lucky G77, United States. May Bluffin B, United States. And Sia Gagao, Russia. I'm not just trying to fold my way past the bubble. I'm not. I just am not getting dealt the right cards. I have no fold equity. If it were suited, I would have gone for it. Again, that would have been a tantalizing flop. But I wait for pocket queens. I just keep getting queens. I have no fold equity. Or do I? This is a new table. Yep, no fold equity. Oh no. Queen or king? Nope, finally over. Should have guessed, finally. After all those big wins with queens, you shut the heck up. I'm not doing that. I should have guessed that it still wouldn't be enough to make the money. Just to put a bow on it here. There I am, 236th out of 1,152. 149 get the money. There you go. That's what it's like to play an $11 tournament in ACR and to be me where robots hate you. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you with more regularly scheduled gaming programming soon. That was intentional.